Okay. Oh my. This is so busted. Okay, well I think I got things about fixed. That took a moment. Kind of random. But what happened is that the server was actually forcibly closed. Which I'm thinking, so there's a little issue with the original setup of the server. And the fact that I chose the wrong payment option. And it appears that they thought for some reason that I didn't actually pay for the server, even though I did it to set 2 invoices were created. And so they didn't cancel the second invoice. I'm hoping that that's gonna be able to be resolved now. I don't have no idea which direction I was going in. Anyway, so that's the whole issue there is with that happened, which is unfortunate, and I don't really know how I would fix it. I talked to the support person and they just told me that I had to make a support ticket for billing. So I did that, so now I'm gonna see if they respond so I can explain the situation, because it is kind of, funny, because I originally tried to order it on the 8th of May, which they wanted payment immediately. I did not know that with PayPal, if you use your bank option, that it would take like 2 weeks. It wasn't 2 weeks, because it was a week, because technically it should have been paid on the 9th of May. And the ticket it was finally paid on the 13th. So yeah, basically it took me until another 8 weeks. Yesterday, the does not have a CPM. Anyway, so the services were not actually rendered until the 14th of May, I believe, when we finally actually got a phone. And that was after I called them and they basically supposedly set up a new ticket and everything. Even though I was hoping that they would have just extended that original one, right? But apparently they made a second ticket and they messed with things. I need to go grab something. I guess it's just a manufacturer problem, right? When you're doing the servers, you gotta deal with like payment preset servers and everything. And sometimes things go a wee bit awry. You don't always like to do and everything. It seems the type is more simple, right? There's always something wrong with something. There's always some reason that you have to have a wee bit of drama in your day. It seems like even if you try and do everything right, things are still going to go wrong. In some way or another. That's just life. So this is cool, but not quite what I'm looking for. So I have the two things, the Voyager outpost, but I'm hoping to find one of those that's somewhat near to a village, because I have found at least one. But I want to find one that's semi-close to the village so that I can do some of the raid stuff. And then the other thing is just like a good source of gravel, you know, like one of the big, like the gravel pit areas in the mountains. Maybe I can find either. It's actually going to be something down under here, I believe. Yep. So it's going to be like halfway into the big sandstone here, but I think technically most of the ship should actually be under here. It's funny how these generate sometimes, but yeah, it should most likely be a chest over here somewhere still. They didn't include this much of the ship, not the chest. I've had most of the times that I've had them buried like this, I've been able to still find the chest. It's kind of a letdown. What about the chest going the other direction? That's the weirdest one right here. Oh, we did get the treasure in that chest at least. What is that? Is there going to be the other chest in here at least? Yes. Okay. So we at least got the more valuable of the two extra chests. Trying to see if that little dot gets smaller or larger. Is that getting smaller? Oh, I'm sorry, horse. Oh, actually, some lady. Oh, no, I think she's fired. Stay out of the straw. You guys ever seen Sid the Science Kid? It's gotta be up there for one of the worst pictures. I mean, it's just like the motion capture that they use to do the animation. It's like not the best, like it's just like, it's almost in, I don't know, it's not really the uncanny valley or anything like that, but it is just kind of weird. The characters are not, like, I don't feel like they're the most intriguing kind of characters or anything, you know, they don't really have much of a purpose. have to give them credit that they are trying to do, educational stuff with this, but I feel like there's other educational stuff with this that is a lot more effective and engaging for kids. I don't know what kind of kids would really like. I know that Liz Parker is much more entertained by like Let's Go Luna or some of the other shows than the science kid. Wow, is this... might be bad enough that I actually need to just go find a boat. Explore this area with a boat. I mean, at least I have plenty of wolves and stuff, right? But such a large, what is this for? What is this biome even called? Taiga? Oh, but I'm not technically in the... Oh no, Horsey, I am sorry, but it looks like you are going to be abandoned in this cave because I can't get you out. Well, Socks, you were a good horse. Taiga Hills. Oh, and of course this is slow. Oh, you know, this is a good candidate for having some gravel nearby. These mountains here. Hey, Parker. Got some birch forest. Some normal llamas. Dark oak forest. And how fun would it be to find a woodland mansion? Here. Can we sit you up in your chair back before we get too much of a mess? Especially after we just left him yesterday. You know, this chair, bud. You come sit here. Oh my. Starting to get the defiant child at only 2. I guess we'll check this out. Oh, come on, server. It really bothers me when the server starts to lag. It's like with how much I spent on the server, then I really don't want to be dealing with server lag. I guess I could do more, but it's like, are you kidding me? It's like it's just right up the post again. guess I could mine the gravel out from the bottom of the ocean. That just doesn't seem like as much fun of an idea, right? I guess it's always an option if I can't find the gravel first. I'm not going into construction. Move well, let's just go check out that boat while we're here. That's kind of cool, an upside down one, right? Gravel mountains. Oh, there's a good shot. Oh, I went really far away very fast. What? That is such a long distance to be able to find a chest. No, this is kind of a good way to do mining sand without just going out of my mind about it. I usually get a few stacks of sand easy this way, and I don't have to go crazy. Just focusing on any mining sand. Is this look at that poor little that poor bird chilling on that one with a bit of ice. Oh, you know what? This might be a good place to set up one of those little, to set up a little flower farm for some of the azure bluette and stuff that's closer by. I don't know, maybe not. Parker? Oh boy. He's got a cup and he's putting cereal in his cup. Probably shouldn't be letting him do that. So we got a very large desert. Are we gonna hit another? Okay, that looks like ice. This is generating such a funky world, guys. Look, there we got some mountains. Maybe we can find some gravel. I mean, I like the mountains because then you get some really easy coal on the surface and gravel, but I'm not focused on mining as I go along the mountain. I would much rather just find a good location and then just stick there for a while, right? Okay, this is a good amount of gravel. Here we go. Finally found some gravel pits. Does it even say, yeah, gravelly mountains? Perfect. Okay, what is this location then? 24351 by -3959. This is the gravel mountain. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just get this location figured out. Oh, we even have some normal llamas here too. Awesome. This is a good one, and it's next to a desert as well. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to come back here, and that's actually not too crazy far away. It's about 4,000 blocks on the z-axis. Looks like it's on the other side of the desert that I normally use. Just 1 minute. Oh, that was good. He spilled some cereal on the floor and he started cleaning it up, singing a cleanup song. Oh, we got a wide variety of llamas. Oh, look at that. Here's the desert temple. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Let's check it out real fast. Desert temples are fun stuff, guys. You know, it would be fun to actually build a desert temple, like take down the notes of how all the blocks are placed, and then just build one of these things. Anyway, I usually start in the corner like this, because then you can just go down. And you want to take out that pressure plate, because there's dynamite under here. The TNT. Let's go ahead and just grab a little bit of it. Looks like I'll need a filter this out. That is not empty. It is a filter. However, where's the empty one? Just get some sand on this and make it back out of here. Go ahead and put a lot of this ground and stuff back in there. Got another saddle or two. Gold horse on the back, put that in. Perfect. And then the last thing to grab real quick while we're here is actually all this thing again. This is 322, right? And then we can go ahead and open it up. Right out the top of it. This one is down in the ground. There we go. Donkey? Got some. Oh, you can't wear armor. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry that you're kind of lame that way. He's a good donkey still, though. You know, when they first introduced horses and donkeys into the game, then I had some horse. Like, it was basically a horse farm, like I was breeding horses, right? And eventually, like I finally found these donkeys, and my donkey was so much faster than any of the horses. And I gave him a name tag because I was afraid he'd despawn, but I did the one that was like Jeb or something, so he'd go upside down. And so I had an upside down super fast donkey that I rode as my main steed. He's a very noble steed too. Very noble. Anyway, so I enjoy riding donkeys. Sometimes horses are a wee bit overrated. Although, however, it looks like Donkey, I will never forget you. Had some good times together, but I gotta fly more llamas. Well, we found the gravelly mountains. No illager outposts to speak of. How close am I getting? Okay, so I overshot this way and I've still got 3,000 blocks out this way. Oh boy. How high am I flying? I'm high enough that I should miss almost everything. I'm just gonna try and get there now. We're getting kinda low on resources, kinda full on all the shulkers and everything. Oh no! Oh, what the heck just happened? 24022 6111. Oh, poop. Your home bed was missing or obstructed, so it put me all the way back at spawn. Well, I guess that's not the worst thing that could have happened. That was totally random. I was at like over 100 blocks in the sky, right? Luckily I had that on though, because that was a waste of like over 100 levels was what that was, but I mean I should be able to at least go get all of my stuff back. Poop, holy cow. I was literally, why is it on the way home, right? And that's even when most normal accidents happen, is when you're on your way back to your home. Anyway, let's grab this. Grab this as well, I guess. Put it all on. And then we need to grab the rocket box and get a few stacks of rockets. And the food box. Get 1 stack of food. Well, this is why I, keep everything stocked so that when this kind of stuff happens, I can move fast because the items despawn after 5 minutes, right? Luckily, I'm going to unload the transferine all the way over here, so I bought myself a little bit of time. Holy cow. So I gotta fly all the way through the nether, and then okay, here we go. Well, at least I'll be able to go see the new progress on the Nether Highway. This is the whole reason why I was looking for gravel pits, is because I needed a lot more concrete. Like a significant amount of concrete. So, and sand, but the gravel with that is, it's the harder of the two to get. I guess I could even mine for it in the nether, because there's a good amount of gravel here. Oh, and server lag again. Watch, I'm gonna go back and I'll be all the way by the other portal. POS. The server, I need it to keep up on this, but it seems like the one thing that really taxes the server is just loading new chunks. And it probably would help if my computer itself was better, but it's one of those things where if I have 5 gigs of RAM on a server, I'd expect that it does okay with some of that stuff, right? Anyway, I've been making pretty good progress on most of this. See, the wool is kind of short, but I at least made it all the way to the Blaze farm. And then the roof I need to continue, so that's the last little bit on a lot of this. Okay, boom, and I hit that corner hard. Oh my, guys. Just get tight. Yes, it did. So let's try a new set of spawn here. And then let's go fly that last 2,000 blocks to go grab that stuff. I believe it's going to be out in this direction if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Oh, come on. Do not do this to me, game. Please just load. I've been in these chunks before. You're not generating anything new. Forgotten about this snow village. It's cool. Oh wait, this is the one that we just discovered. Yes, Spike's biome. Pretty cool place. This is kind of like a refresher over some of the exploring that we did initially. Okay, well, it turns out we're actually getting somewhat close. Like on the other side of the sea is where I died. Okay, about 300 blocks still. Okay, about 100 blocks. Okay, I died in these trees up here. So there we go. There's everything. Fortune. Am I missing anything? I don't see anything. Okay. I guess we can check down in here just see if anything fell. Oh yeah, that was like... I don't remember how many levels I had at the start of the stream, but I'm pretty sure that I just lost like hundreds. Wow. That is painful. Holy cow. Okay, well let's just make it over to the other side here. The ocean. And we'll just try and take it slowly. What is this? Oh, the stonecutter's house? It looks like there's some stuff worth grabbing real quick. Since I'm just gonna rob these villagers blind. Hee 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 hee. Are you the stonecutter? No, I guess it's not time to be making trades right now. Could you imagine if this server was hardcore, like if you just died at something so stupid like that, like some server lag, you hit into a tree and boom, you're just done? I don't know if my heart could take playing on hardcore like that. Safe day. Okay, well let's go ahead and get that nether portal set up. Out to the gravel pits, and we'll go do a little bit of that. Then we can look into doing some of the other stuff as well. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Time to put the crazy strong armor back on, right? This we'll put on because I'll get it mended up, and I want to keep all of this stuff reasonably start putting this stuff back where it goes. The fortune can stay over here. I don't know about you guys, but I always do the same exact orientation of items in my inventory. Like it just seems to work out very nicely when you do that. Right, anyway, so go ahead and I'll keep a couple stacks on me because it's been what I've needed lately. But this stuff can go, chicken. Okay, I need to clear this out, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put this stuff away for the moment. try and forget that death for a moment. We'll just keep all of it, I guess. Might be lazy and just keep sitting, but you know what I should do? Where do I want another portal? Making another portal here, and then we'll just link them all up. So wherever this pops up in another, we'll just go ahead. It's probably going to send us to the normal one. Yeah, see, it sent us to the normal one, so now if we hop back in, it's going to put us back in the original spot. On the little island there, right? So now what we need to do is we need to build another portal in the nether that's going to link us up to this one. So what we need real fast is the coordinates. 923,807, 807, 75, and then we're just going to divide those by 8 to get the nether coordinates. Or at least the closest X coordinate and Z coordinate in the nether that match up. And watch this, we'll be able to have a separate working portal and step back here. Maybe 1023 and enter 975, so it's going to be about 20 blocks in this direction. It's actually almost a dead straight shot from here. 1022 right here. 2976. A little bit farther. Just a few more. Perfect. Okay, right in this. So the base 2 blocks are going to be right here. And then we'll build up. So this is going to be kind of ugly for the moment. Like I'm just going to get this stuff in place and then we'll get it sorted out a little bit later, probably off stream. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and kind of clear up some of this stuff. Just so that we know that it's here and everything, right? Looks like it goes through our original little path through the nether to even get up here. Let's go ahead and just put this down. Okay, anyway. So yeah, now when I step back through here, then I should be at the main cactus tower, right? It's gonna take it a tiny bit longer to do that. There we go, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep, because the next thing we're gonna be doing is putting a tower through to the gravel pit, and that place is not lit up at all, and I don't have anything over there. I should go ahead though and get the bed back out that I had over here, so I will need that for the next temporary little base thing. And another raft in here, maybe we can gather some more. And you'll also see that when I step back through here, instead of going to the another place, then I'll be in the new little tunnel, whatever that I started. So yeah, that's how linking nether portals goes. You just get the number and divide it by 8. And then just get it on the closest blocks there, and as long as it's really close, then you should be fine every time. Okay, so okay, so it's going to be off this ways, quite a ways. So we want to go kind of on a diagonal for a little bit here until we reach about 3,000. Oh, hello there, Griefhagen. Welcome to the stream. Well, you missed me die. I did have a very strange death. I was flying, and I was flying like 100 blocks in the sky. And then all of a sudden a tree appeared in front of my face. And I think what happened is there was a little bit of server lag. And it got me. What are these gifts that you got going? You just been a little bit naughty today there, Griefhagen? Anyway, I was exploring looking for some gravel hills though, and I did end up finding them at least. Oh, I should have started this one down lower. No, let's just scratch this real quick, because I needed actually one more, because this is the level that I'm gonna have the actual walking place on. Yeah, anyway, so you missed a bit of a death. Lost like... Oh, you can't hear me very well? Shoot. Okay, well I have it closer to my mouth. It looks like my levels are pretty good, so maybe just turn up your phone or something? Yeah, because my levels, if I have it much closer to my mouth, then it's gonna be a little bit too much. Is it the music possibly, or is it something else? Oh, the music, okay. Oh, okay. I forgot to turn it down again. So I had it higher because of the audiobook that I was listening to. I forgot to change it. So I listened to it in the same media player that I play the music in. Okay, well I hope that's better for you there. Okay, 3044. So about right here and then down to 495. You are welcome. I'm sorry about that being super loud. I don't know, there's a few dozen things that I have to do in the setup, and that's one of them that I tend to forget, it seems. Anyway, so yeah, I had the death by flying into a tree that randomly spawned. What was going on is that the server loading new chunks, so it's been doing fairly well with chunks that I've been in before. Oh, thank you for the donation, dude. Anyway, it's done fairly well in the chunks that I've loaded before, but when it came to the new chunks, and it was just a little bit much. And so it ended up getting me. Yes, and I lost like well over 100 levels too. It was a horrible death. Because yeah, I was flying and I made sure that I was like over 100 blocks in the air, like I had F3 on like I do now. And for some reason, the server lagged a bit and it put me flying, but it didn't put me up in the air. It put me down at like ground level, and so I flew into a tree going very fast. And oh, I got my gear back. Luckily, because I had the F3 thing on, then I was able to get my exact coordinates of where I died. And so I didn't lose anything. I just happened to be lucky that I was flying back home at the time. Because before then I hadn't been flying around or using the thing, but I was actually headed back to the base. So yeah, it could have been much worse. I did end up finding the gravelly hills, or whatever they're called, like the gravel pits, because I was running low on concrete. Like I've used up all my green concrete. Yeah, just the levels. It's like 100 plus levels. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at the stream. But yeah. Anyway, I did find the gravelly hills though that I was looking for. And so I'm just going through the nether to make another portal to at least make that trip a little easier. And eventually I'll make it more of like a tunnel and everything, but it's going to be one of the small tunnel. And I do have the farms. When I go to repair stuff, I'll probably end up with a ton of levels again here in just a little bit, so. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, so anyway, I did use up, like I did another 2 full shulkers of cement, or concrete, sorry, and used it all up completely, so it's just, yeah, it's all been placed. And I'm probably, if I had to guess, like maybe 1/8 of the way done now. Like maybe, yeah, probably about 1/8. Like I don't think I'm a quarter yet. It'd be a bit longer for that, so yeah, it's gonna be a little while still on getting all that tunnel done, but I have been putting in a good amount of time into it. With stone, it's one thing because stone is pretty easy to mine, but no, oh, cool. Okay. Looks like we got another nether fortress right there. Yeah, hopefully I don't have a ghast pop up anytime soon because I am not in a good location, but I need to stay on this level, so this will probably be one of the things that off stream I'll get at least a little road set up that goes over here with tunnels so I can fly. Anyway, you will see here in a moment though, the entire, so I already did just before you got on a different nether portal setup. Perker, just pull it out. Pull it with your hand. There you go. Yeah, that's the right idea. Good job. He had his, he got a cup that put a bunch of cereal in. Then he had his thing with milk in it, and he put the milk in the cereal cup and got it stuck and freaked out, but it was like, no, you can figure this out, bud. Anyway, what an interesting little spot in the nether. This might actually be a good spot for some kind of zombie pigman thing because there's so few, like there's so little of spawnable blocks around. I might have to do that. That could be a better location for zombie pigman farm. Maybe not. I'd maybe just be wasting my time, but anyway. No, so I'll probably get a little road set up off stream and stuff out to this area. Looks like we have just a little bit more. We're going to about -500 on this level, which is just about here. Of course it has to be over. Oh no, that's a ghast. Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, did he just despawn? Or he went out of my visible range? Okay, well let's just hurry and finish this. We got like 6 blocks to go and then we'll make a big platform and we'll call it good. Okay, so this is going to be the location of the nether portal, basically right here. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't send me flying. Like, that could have been bad. Anyway, 1, 2... Let's, I don't know, like sometimes they despawn, but sometimes they just go slightly out of where you can actually see things. Anyway, visible range, I probably did come up with some weird thing right there, but anyway. Let's widen this out quite a bit, because then I can at least fly to it as well. So do you watch Game of Thrones, Groovehagen? I'm thinking that you probably would, right? Like, I haven't watched it, but I read stuff about it occasionally just because there's so many news articles and everything. And it sounds like in one of the episodes a little bit ago they had like a straight up Starbucks cup in one of the scenes. And then it sounds like in the finale episode then they had a water bottle behind one of the guy's legs. Which is kind of like a gigantic oversight, especially for... Oh, no you don't. Anyway, it sounds like, yeah, huge oversight, especially in such a large budget production, but and I have some friends that watch it pretty religiously. Oh, you saw the finale yesterday? Oh, perfect. Look at that. So let's go ahead and put down the bed and sleep. and we actually got a really good spawn for the portal. Hey, why are you guys not on fire? Okay, actually I probably should have just left that there. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so these are the mountains that I ended up finding. It calls them just straight up gravelly mountains, I think, yeah. So instead of being mostly stone, then it's mostly gravel. And so this is going to be the location of a little bit of a gravel mine. So that I mean I can be grabbing stuff from down below. But yeah, this is just going to be a much more efficient way to do things. It does look like I have some empty shulkers, so let's just go ahead and fill a few of them real fast. And let's see what else. Okay, so I guess I can just start anywhere, right? I don't think that's gravel over there. I don't feel like dealing with the creeper right at the moment. Okay, so where does the gravel start? This is all stone right here. And then it's right here that the gravel starts. Does it go to this side as well? It does not. Okay, but we have a really good amount of gravel here, it looks like. Yes, this is for the cement. Okay, what do you have to trade? If he has black dye... Ooh, oxide daisies. I wouldn't be able to get like hardly anything from him, or sand. Okay, let's go ahead and spend a little bit on this guy. It looks like he actually has a couple of good trades. Because the oxide daisy... Oh, and I have hardly any emeralds left. Okay, never mind, I guess that's not gonna happen. Okay. Yeah, for the cement though. And these gravelly mountains, they're like the best source of gravel you could imagine. And one thing that you may notice is I'm not getting any flint. That's because I have silk touch on my pickaxe. So that just means that I for sure get gravel, so I'm not just wasting a bunch of gravel blocks as well on useless flint. Because flint is pretty useless, like you maybe need a few pieces of it in your entire world this size, you know, you don't need a whole lot. I did find, you may have to watch back in the stream a little bit, it actually had a couple of parts because for some reason they're not being very, I don't know, Pebble Host, the server's been pretty good. Like I feel like it's a good price for the quality of service in the server that I'm getting. But as far as like the invoice and stuff, originally they said that it was cancelled because I didn't pay, but PayPal was just taking a while to pay him. And so I called in and a support person. Yep. Very important to have silk touch. Anyway, so the support person that like answered my ticket or whatever, they got it extended, but they didn't actually get the they didn't change the original invoice. And so basically, like, I had a few issues because it's like, well, you didn't pay us, and it's like, yes, I did. It's like, well, what about this other $5 invoice? And it's like, that shouldn't be there. So basically, I'm trying to contest, and hopefully the billing people will get back to me soon about this other random ticket that shouldn't even be something, you know. Because it's like I didn't get any services for that first invoice. and so they were the ones that said it should have been canceled. So I don't know why they activated it again, and they're asking for $5 for that one as well, even though it's literally the same server that I'm using as the one that's on the invoice, just that they put it on a different invoice, right? Anyway, I'll let them figure that out though, because I feel like that is something that I could contest pretty easy. Wow, this is so much faster to get a ton of gravel. So anyway, yeah, the earlier part of the stream found 2 different ice spikes biomes, a couple of villages that were both pretty cool. I still haven't found one of the illager outposts near a village, so that's unfortunate. I did, however, yeah, let's just, I don't know. I guess I could have gone for 10 gigs. I feel like at this point though, then it'd be a little bit overkill, just because I feel like what's holding me back now is my computer, not the server. Like, I just don't know how much more RAM allocated for the server is actually going to make a difference. Because you got to remember, my computer's also contributing 6 gigs of RAM solely for Minecraft. But the thing is the video card that I have is over a year old. It's only got 2 gigs on it, and it's an AMD card, so yeah, it'd probably be smarter for me to just get a more powerful video card, but for that I need to actually start making some money somehow. So I am looking, there's construction work available nearby, because with the economy here how it's been, then there's all kinds of construction going on. Well, I'm not saying that it's bad, but I definitely, like, if I had my choice, I'd probably go for one of the founders' choice of like one of the NVIDIA ones. It's like an RTX or RX, something like that. I don't remember. They have some really, really nice graphics cards though. Java does use a ton of CPU. Anyway. Overall though, my best bet would probably just be upgrading the... Yeah, they are expensive. I've seen one for 500 nearby that's just been on Facebook Marketplace forever, that I think I could talk the guy down and get like a really nice one for like 400. I would agree with that even the cheap ones are expensive. Anyway though, so I've been looking at construction work to maybe go into, which the thing with that is then I'd have to probably lessen when I'm streaming to down to like maybe just 1 day a week or something. Because if I'm doing construction basically everywhere that I can see, then they're paying really good money and you can get all kinds of overtime. And so I think if I did that, then I would be trying to get as much overtime as I could before my wife and I move here in a few months, just to be able to get a little bit extra of a blanket of money there, you know. Or the other option is like when I told Ashley about that thing that we talked about last time a little bit, you know, of the whole, like, if it did start going well and I actually started making a good amount of money streaming. And she's like, yeah, if you made $2,000 a month, I'd let you get whatever computer you wanted. You know, like if I was bringing in money actually streaming. So that's another thing, is if we can actually get some new people in the stream, get the followers up, actually gain some momentum with the stream and everything. Anyway, I have tried to branch out, but my computer, so it's done okay with Counter-Strike and Battlefront. I tried Mordhau. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a night kind of one where you just basically are fighting, but instead of with guns, and you're fighting with like axes and swords and stuff. It's actually a really fun game. Like, I've enjoyed playing it, but I tried to stream that the other day and it went horribly. Like, it was so choppy. And so it's like, not only was it a little bit slower for me, but then also the stream was just horrible, and it was like just bad all around. Anyway. So yeah, probably like here in June, Ashley's gonna go towards more part-time work. Just because her job, so she works for an optometrist that has 2 different clinics. And she does like 4 days in one, like 2 days in the other one. And she's gonna close out one of the clinics in June and just go to only one clinic. Oh, I forgot to drop stuff off. Anyway, so Ashley's gonna go down from full-time to part-time. And so I think I'm gonna be taking advantage of that and try and find a construction job, and then hopefully like maybe I can stream in the evenings. But I think the mornings, like when I have been streaming, would probably be out of the question, right? Because I think I'd probably go to working like at least 5 days a week, so it'd maybe be like on Saturdays or something for sure in the morning. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, she also helps her mother, but that one's a lot more flexible. And so she can do that whenever. So basically I'd be trying to do construction work while she is available to be watching Parker as much as possible. Which that's going to open up a lot more with her, you know, with her working less. So anyway, once I have her new schedule, then I'll be applying for some kind of work. They do have, though, there's like one construction job that I was looking at that's pretty close by. The pay was anywhere from 15 to 25 an hour depending on experience, which I do have experience building because I've done some building and stuff. And I also worked at a structural engineering firm, so I know how to read plans. And I've been on the job site plenty of times. I can speak Spanish, which a lot of the laborers. How's it work in the USA for babies? So there's nothing federal as far as I'm concerned, besides just allowing the women to have some maternity leave and that they can't discriminate against pregnant women. But after that, it depends on your company. It's like my brother-in-law is an accountant at a big accounting firm in Las Vegas, and he got like 160 days for maternity or something, which is like, how many months is that? Like at least 4? No, that's like over 5 months, right? And so he literally just took that all and was basically getting paid to not even be working for like 5 months. So yeah, men can get it, but it depends on where you work. Like a lot of the bigger companies that want the best employees, then they will offer that kind of incentive. But most of the smaller businesses and stuff, they can't afford to pay the person to be out like that. And as well, like running a lot of social programs like that is just not, I don't know, it's not as cost effective here because there's not as much of a homogenous population. Look how 480 days, that's over a year. Like, do you have your job guaranteed when you get back there, Groovehagen? I feel like if you did that here in the US, then they would hire on someone new to replace you at that point. Just because of how long of a time period that is. But I mean, a place for the baby to be while fathers work. So I mean, technically we could hire like someone to babysit and watch Parker, or rely on, like, there's people that will rely on family or friends or whatever. Like, so we have traded off before when I was in classes, just with other students here at the college that also had kids around Parker's age that we knew and are friends with. So, I mean, that's one option. And then we were also watching their kids, you know, so it was just trading off. But the problem with childcare is that, at least with the pay range that Ashley and I are in, because we don't have, like, we haven't completed our educations and everything, then childcare would cost just as much as the work that we're doing pays. And so it would basically be a zero-sum thing. Like, then, like, it, and it, I mean, you can understand if it would cost us just as much to watch him as to have him be watched by someone else, then, I mean, of course we're going to want to watch him ourselves, right? Because then at least we're there and we know what's going on and we can see all his milestones and everything. So, and I don't really mind watching him at all either. So I think what we're going to try and do is just try and trade off, so that, like, if Ashley works in the afternoon, then I just work in the morning, you know? So then when I get home from work, then I can watch Parker still. And we may have to rely on her mom a little bit and stuff, because she does have family nearby. Doggies, that you can leave babies 8 hours a day. Yeah, so, I mean, there are definitely places that will watch your babies. But, yeah, they cost money. It's not, like, free or anything. What does America do with the taxes? I don't know what they do with the taxes. I mean, I do know that America, a lot of the taxes go towards, like, military stuff, because America's like a military superpower, right? In America also, like, as far as I understand, with, like, NATO and stuff, they pay a disproportionate amount compared to other countries. And so, I mean, that's not quite fair, that there's other countries that should be paying more that are not, and America is paying more. But then as far as other tax kind of stuff, like, I mean, you have roadways, you have social systems, there's totally broken systems like Social Security. So that's something that every worker has to pay, and that's something that it's not going to be there when I get there. So they take out, like, however much percentage of your paycheck for Social Security. And they did a super stupid system, because instead of, like, saying, okay, like, you're going to pay into it, but then you'll get that money back out later as, like, a savings program, then it was, okay, you're going to pay into it and you'll get money back out, but you're going to get taken care of by the future generations, right? So you pay in, and so they basically started it where the kids were paying for their parents. But then what happened is, then you have the baby boomers, it was when they did this, so there were, like, all kinds of kids compared to adults. But then people stopped having kids as much, and so all of a sudden it flipped from where there were multiple workers to support one retired person, to where there's, like, one worker trying to support, like, 6 retired people. And it's totally flipped upside down the wrong way. Yeah, I wish that it was as simple as stop paying for military and NATO. But the problem is there's a lot of people that are very interested in America not being the top superpower anymore, right? I mean, honestly, what I think would happen if the US stopped spending as much as they did on military, and of course there's things that need to be held accountable, because there are stupid things like that. If there's a typo on the bill that they have, like, $1 billion set aside for, then all of a sudden they can't use it for that thing, and instead of being smart and just being like, okay, well, let's fix the typo, whatever, then they just make a new requisition, and so there's money that's tied to things that it cannot be used for, And that's totally bogus. Yeah, taxes were actually much higher before Donald Trump, and it didn't encourage a lot of companies, so the economy is actually doing a lot better since he deregulated a lot of that, because then companies actually started paying their workers more. But it's just, I don't know, it's a complicated mess. I don't think that the government should regulate as much as it does. So personally, I believe in capitalism and the fact that people are going to want to work for the companies that give them the best stuff, especially if they're skilled workers, right? And so, I mean, with our system, how it's set up, it is not set up to then provide a lot of those free social benefits. But then we're also not being taxed at like 60-70% like some of those other countries that do the more socialistic programs. Yeah, see, and you're probably paying like what, like 70% taxes or something? I mean, I don't know for sure, but it does seem like... So you have that, and then another thing is that some of those Scandinavian countries are a lot more homogenous. Right, so where the US, where we have like changing demographics pretty heavily to where the population of whites is going down in relation to like Latinos and blacks and stuff, then actually blacks, they might not be changing as much, like increasing in actual number of people as much as Latinos are, but Latinos are skyrocketing here. Oh, but after taxes, that's interesting too. Yeah, see here, like if you get paid like to where you're making $100,000 a year, or a little over, then your take-home pay is going to be like $96,000 or something. Your wife is a waitress, 30 hours a week. See, but is she paid salary? 45% taxes, see, that's... I mean, here in the US, I think the actual taxes that we're paying per person is a lot... Well, it depends on state. So if you're in a state like California, then you're going to be paying out the nose like that. But if you live in a state, I don't know, like Alaska or Nevada or something, where they don't have an income tax, then it's much more reasonable. But yeah, definitely like having a waitress make enough to travel. I guess it also depends on where you're waitressing though, right? Because I mean, I've definitely known negotiated after taxes. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Like $2,000, but is that a month or overall in the year? I don't know. One thing that I do believe though is that the politicians that are making the laws are not the people that should actually be figuring that stuff out, because they don't know enough. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, my wife and I mean, the US does have some social programs like that. And so because we are poor college students and we don't make a lot of money, then we do get Medicaid, which pays for like all of my dentist visits and stuff have been paid by Medicaid. Our babies, like Parker, we had on Medicaid and we didn't pay anything out of pocket for him. And our next baby, we're not going to be paying anything for either. And my wife also gets WIC, which is basically like a food benefit thing that they do for poor people to help them get better food choices and stuff. Anyway, so I mean, we do have some of those benefits, so I can't say that we don't benefit from anything at all, because we've gotten a lot of free benefits, you know. But there's definitely also, I don't know, they don't cover all the bases either. Not too capitalist, not too socialist. Yeah. And then I guess it also depends on your population, what kind of health decisions they're making too, because like I'd almost assume that Sweden's probably not a super fat country either, right? Because like one of the big things with like healthcare here in the US is if you are on private insurance, and they're, you know, it's better for the insurance companies to have. This game has become so soulless in recent years. I don't know about that, Goru. I guess it depends on what you're doing in the game. Like, I mean, it definitely does seem like they're, I don't know, Microsoft has added in a lot of stuff that I'm not always a big fan of. But some of the changes have been, you know, they've been okay. More or less the same size as California. Yeah, so you're, I don't know, that's on a very different scale than the US is to their Groovhagen. Anyway. Well, Goru, I mean, if you think there's too many features, I mean, there is the whole Minecraft, the original edition, whatever it's called, that they just released again. It's like it was 10 years ago when it was first released. Yeah, I don't know. There's some of the things that I like though about it, Goru, because like, I mean, I enjoyed it in the beginning, like very much, and I still played it, and I've played it since. But it wasn't nearly as easy to do some of the big builds and survival and stuff, you know? So... Oh, I'm planning on using the gravel on a bit of another highway. We'll get things caught up here in a moment, and I'll show you. I was just getting a few shulkers of items here, so let's see where we're at. So the gravel is for concrete to do this nether highway, but the nether highway that I've been working on is about, I don't know, it's a few thousand blocks long in the nether, and I'm trying to make the entire thing like an enclosed tunnel. So it's kind of a crazy project to be taking on, but I mean, it is looking pretty cool so far. Anyway, so when I hop back through the nether portal, then I'll show you that this is actually a new area that I was exploring today though, and I found this gravel, and it was what I was looking for all the concrete stuff. So let's see. Yeah, you make, so it's basically, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what it's like. Basically you mix sand and gravel and a colored dye, and that makes concrete powder, which has basically the properties of a colored sand, right? But then you get that concrete powder wet, and it turns into hardened concrete, which you can then use for a bunch of builds. And it's just so you can make things look a little more colorful in your builds. Like, it's not so gray anymore, and it is something that, I mean, it's one of the additions that I've liked. It's kind of a pain in the butt to make, especially since I'm trying to put it all in the nether and I can't place water buckets or anything, you know? So it makes the building process take quite a bit longer, but I mean, you'll see it here in a minute, and it does make it look pretty nice. They also added in some new options in this last update for fence posts. Or not fence posts, but like walls. So now instead of just cobblestone, you can actually have andesite, diorite, and granite. So this is granite, andesite, and oh no, this is diorite and andesite up here, sorry. Anyway, so there's just some different like stone block textures as well that you can use. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we have enough to fill in that shulker. We'll head back through the nether and you'll get an idea. So Groovehagen, the other guy in the chat right now, he was the one that kind of got after me for not having a very nice looking nether. Because like everything else that I've done is like on a pretty massive scale of like build and looks nice and stuff, and it's like the nether was not very nice. So this, you're gonna see how the nether used to look, basically the kind of stuff that I had set up, because this is, you know, a completely new nether portal that I just made this stream. Anyway, if we can get through here, okay. I don't know if I dare fly, but it should be quite a long distance here, like a few hundred blocks to fly. Okay, good enough. Why is it not letting me run? This is weird. I guess maybe I am running, it's just so slow. Yeah, so my nether tunnels used to look a lot like this. And I mean, I'd thought about making like a better nether like hub and stuff, you know, and like actually connecting areas. And it also used to be a lot smaller, but then with the newest update, to get some of the features of that, then I had to transition over to a new area, which was about like 28,000 blocks out. And so, yeah, anyway, so this is also a new nether portal, but going through here, then you'll kind of see the idea that I've been working on. I wanted it to look like an actual highway kind of thing, and we just came up with this design for the, you know, for the side here. Yeah, here we'll take off down and I'll show you all the work that we've done. So all the green blocks, those are all concrete. And so this is 4 shulkers that I've used up to this point of green concrete. It's like basically 2 double chests. And yeah, so the green blocks are the concrete. Down on the ground, that's actually smooth stone. So if you remember, you used to make smooth stone slabs, like that's been in Minecraft for a long time. They basically made, how hard is it to break them? It's probably about the same as stone. Anyway, so yeah, you can see these are old nether portals and stuff that I expanded, but I'm trying to get this whole highway done. I'm coming up. Oh, there's a guest. And once I get all the carpet down, then gas won't be able to spawn. But yeah, so the concrete's probably about as hard to break as stone normally. And, I mean, carpet, I don't know if you've seen carpet if you don't know some of the other stuff, but it's just a couple of blocks of wool. Let's go this way. So yeah, anyway, the green pattern is actually randomized, like I've been using dice. So, just to get the different heights and everything, you know. Oh, it looks like Parker might be done with sitting there for a moment. Let's go ahead and go through here and we'll show you the actual castle and why Groovehagen was getting after me here, Goru. Oh, nighttime. Let's set the spawn 2 up here. So yeah, Groovehagen, I've basically been doing a lot of that. Just like you know, an hour or two in the night. Sometimes throughout the day a little bit. You're all done? Okay, there you go, bud. Oh, you got a lot of chucks on the floor. Made a mess, and I just vacuumed yesterday. Okay. Okay, so this map, Guru, I've been on for about 2 years now, consistently working on things. I've taken like, I did take a break from it for like a couple months at one point. But yeah, so this is literally a couple years of work though, like building all of this, and this is only one of the big areas that I've built. So if you go up here, then you can see the entire castle and everything. Here, what's going on, bud? Oh, are you wanting to draw? Sorry, I'm currently a stay-at-home dad, and my son is wanting to play on my lap right now, so... Yeah, and everything inside the castle is, you know, decorated. It's like, for example, if I go in the stables, then you'll see that there's like horses in the stables as well. As far as public, not really. Like maybe, like it's a server so I can allow certain people in. But as far as like making a download, I guess I've thought about that. But it's, I don't know, I'm still working on stuff, you know. It's like a continuous build for the longest time. So I guess, yeah, I guess I could make it a download to where people could play it, but... Anyway. So yeah, you can see everything like going through the dungeon. Oh, what's going on? Oh, wow, Parker. That's interesting. Parker got the fingernail clippers, and normally he just tries to play with them, but he actually tried to clip his fingernails just barely. Yay, good job. Anyway, go up into the kitchen here. And there's like a sink and everything, right? Just give tourist visas. Well, I have thought it would be a fun idea to people that donate to the stream that, you know, like maybe the highest donation of the month or whatever, then I give them a personal tour. Or let them come and see things, because it is different when you're actually in the world as well, right? But anyway, there's like a little music area there. Anyway, we'll give you a little tour. It's kind of fun to come back and see everything. This is a map of everything from above. Off in this corner, there's actually a quarry, and these are not updated. There's actually a shipyard now, and this has been updated, so I'll show you that. Those are guest rooms, and then of course the king's room. My storage area here. Oh, that would be interesting to see in VR. Okay. And then yeah, the tower, like it has an enchanting room up in the very top there, Goru. And then it's all my storage down throughout the entire tower. Hey, Parker. Anyway, and then in here I kind of did like what I was hoping would kind of be like an Oblivion kind of town kind of thing, you know? So there's like different shops, and the villagers, they now, instead of being on, like based on the amount of doors in a village, then they're actually based on workstations. Which means that in a lot of these buildings there's different workstations for the villagers to use. Although for some reason... No. Okay, you're going down. Where are all the villagers at? We have like 1 billion iron golems, but I'm not seeing any villagers anywhere. We have one guy right there. I wonder if... Because I know that the last update kind of messed some things up with villagers, so it might have just somehow killed off all of my villagers except for that one guy. I sure hope not, because there were a lot of villagers here. Oh boy. Okay, well it looks like I'll have to get villagers going back in here again. That's really disappointing. Yeah, there were a bunch of villagers. That's why there's so many of these iron golems everywhere. Plant more as admin. Well, I have another village. It's just a little ways over there, and I only need one more to start breeding them again, so I'll probably just do that. It looks like some issue happened, though, that I'll look into it. I have heard from other server admins that there's... I have heard from other server admins that there was an update that made it to where a lot of entities disappeared, like villagers, chests, item frames, random stuff. So, anyway, over here we have some ships that I've been working on. And then going this way, then you have all the farms. Oh, we do have villagers out here still. That's good. Is there more than just the one? Yes, we do. Okay, well that's good. That's not going to be quite as painful then, that at least these villages, that these guys survived. I could snatch a couple of those guys up super easy. Okay, well let's hop back out of this area then. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the donations there, Griefhagen. Okay, are you gonna be nice? Okay, let's hop on back over to the new base now. Oh, you want to color now? Here you go. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be quite a long time before this tunnel is finished, but I am trying to just, you know, get things done, because as well it does make it faster to fly through, and the gas and zombie pigmen can't spawn anywhere. It's much less annoying to have to deal with them too. So that will make the entire tunnel spawn free, and I'll have some good stuff going on, so. I don't know if you noticed, but when there is the carpet even, then the gas can't spawn. And so that's another thing I've been trying to do, is at least get the yellow carpet down, so that there's not a spawnable spot for gas on the tunnel at least. Why, what? You're far enough behind in chat that I'm not exactly sure what you're asking why about there. Just leave it right there, bud. It's fine. Okay, then put it right there. Okay. Oh, so mobs cannot spawn on carpet. So, because they have to spawn on a block with open air above it, but the carpet technically blocks that, and they can't spawn in midair. So basically, by putting carpet down on a block, it makes it so that block is no longer spawnable by any mobs. So technically, if you're in a place that wasn't like already not spawnable, like a mushroom biome like anywhere else, if you covered all the area with carpet, then you could keep stuff from spawning. it'd just be super expensive, and it's easier just to use light sources to keep stuff from spawning. But technically you could do that, so I've used it before in other builds and stuff, so then you don't have to have like lighting everywhere, and you can actually have it be a little bit dark and stuff. Okay, let's Parker, you are moving around so much. Oh, you might notice this ominous banner. I actually killed some of the illagers at a pyramid, or at the pyramid. Don't know why they spawned at the pyramid, but I got the banner. I did have for the short while the effect that causes a raid to happen on a village. However, that went away after a certain amount of time. Like I think there must be a time limit on it of when you actually enter the village, like that it needs to be used by a certain point. Holy cow, Parker, you are... Here, do you want down? He's like wanting to draw. You want to draw? So he's like on my lap and he's trying to watch TV, but he's also trying to... Where's the dragon head? It's probably in one of my chests somewhere. I know that it's here, it'd take me a second to find it. Let's put this stuff back at least. Let's see. I don't know if I've sorted them away or not, but it's probably somewhere here close. Yeah, we have 7 of them right here. I wonder if there's a place where there's enough of a redstone signal. Yeah, do you see that? So because there's powered redstone here, it will just sit there and talk. Yeah, I have a few of them. Wait, where did that one oh wait, no, I only had 6 on me because I was keeping the space. There we go. Anyway, this is the shulkers from the little adventure though, so we actually got a decent amount of stuff that I need to clear out. Looks like we got a little amount of sand. Where's my sand chest? That's not bad for not even focusing on sand though, right? Like, that was just from the chest that I had cleared basically. Holy cow. I'm just going to go over everything so that if I have any duplicates, then we'll move those out. Oh, we have sandstone over here, I guess, too. Where are the spider eyes at? I'm just not sure where I've put everything lately, because this is all... I need to just build a new storage system, because this is all just a mess, right? Like, I've just been putting stuff in whatever chest I have open at the moment. And I need to not do that, but at the same time, it's like, I know that I'm going to be building a storage system eventually that I can put everything in. Parker's bouncing up and down on my lap. It's kind of making me have to want to use the restroom a little bit. It's just constant up and down on my bladder. Okay, let's put this away. You know what, that might actually be the next thing to work on. Just that storage system. I was wanting to come up with some kind of item sorting system though, but we don't have to do that for the actual storage system, so look out, Parker. Okay, let's do it. Let's just go ahead and we'll sort some of this stuff out. Okay, good enough for the moment, just as long as it's all put away. So as far as the storage system, I was thinking either on top of here, all the way at the top, or down below. Although down below I may actually do... So I'm just trying to decide, because up top here, I could do an AFK fish farm, and it would be easier to do on top of the tower because you need daylight. And so I could make a fairly large system for the AFK fish farm just on the inside here, which would be absolutely insane. I don't know. Or the other idea is that I build the storage system for that down here and then just transport the items down, which would work pretty easily as well, right? Now, as far as the storage system in general though, this is a big enough room, I believe, for a storage system. And then I would just work on making different little areas for everything. Here, I think I need to be back in just a minute though, because I really need to go with as much bouncing as is going on, so I'll be right back. Buddy, there you go. I am back. How can I transport all all of the items?
Yeah.
I guess I'm not really sure what you're asking, how or what I'm going to be transferring. Let's go ahead and get some smooth stone and just kind of base around the edge walls here. Yeah, if you're asking how I can transport all the items, that's really not too difficult. It's just transporting on my person, and I just have to make a few trips back and forth, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I don't want this inside one here, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, it could be a decent amount of work just moving items back and forth, but I mean, it's definitely worth it to have things organized in my mind. I really need to decide how this is all gonna fit too. Actually, maybe I'll leave this a little bit up and I just do some big arches. Parker, what the heck are you doing? You're done? All done? I'm trying to get him to use his words, but That doesn't always happen, right? She just starts like sliding on my lap and it's like, okay, well... Okay, yeah, so one thing that I'm thinking of is maybe if I do some arches here. And maybe I do a combination of both ideas. I do the AFK fish farm, but I have stuff stored on the inside for that. So then if I do... We'll just do a really simple thing right now and just call it good for the moment, and we'll work on actually decorating stuff a little bit later. Yeah, this is just kind of a getting things done episode, right? Like I'm really just trying to get things figured out a bit. What is that? Oh, he's dancing to Sesame Street now, okay. Just hearing thumping on the couch, but that's okay. Oh, looks like it's almost dark. I think I need to reset my spawn back here anyway, because I set it at the spawn castle. Am I facing the wrong way? I am. So it looks like we're up to 51 Lino, and it's kind of slowing down, I believe. I don't know, we're not having as much audience interaction today though either, so... It's mainly been you, Groovehagen, and I think that guy might have left. It doesn't look like he followed either. And I might just close this off. We'll just section it off and kind of do little bits at a time. The lighting as well is going to have to change. You have 30, yeah, 30 followers. Yeah, I do. I need to try and hit that 200 goal, but I don't know. I guess I could put, like, I've seen other streamers that do like in their thing that's like on the road to 200 or something, you know, and they're trying to get the follower count up, which I haven't really been doing. Because I don't know, I'm not really into the clickbaity kind of stuff, you know, or where they're like opening a chest, or I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous. Like, I want people to be following because they're actually interested in the content, right? But at the same time, I guess it does have a little bit of an effect that because of that, then I might not be getting as many people as could be watching either. Yeah, so, I mean, there's definitely people. It did turn out that the whole reason why they did that change of the chest is because people are farming Lino with passive streams. So basically just running in the background or something and not actually having any of the interaction. And that's why the interaction now is so important. It's just that that's the only way to generate Lino, and it basically... I mean, it was a smart way to kill off those passive streams. It just sucks that there's always those people that are out there trying to, you know, cheat the system or whatever. Instead of actually producing good content, then they're like, oh, let's just set up my computer to stream, and then I'll just get a couple extra laptops or something to watch it, and like not even do anything, just run it in the background, whatever. Anyway, so it's because of people like that that we now are in this situation, but yeah, I'm definitely going to continue playing Minecraft because I like it though. And this actually is much easier for me. Yeah, basically because people are trying to hack the system. And that's why it's messed up now, and you have to actually, I don't know, so people like big streamers that are going to have a lot of people watching, it really benefited them to have this new system because they already get a lot of audience interaction anyway. But yeah, small streamers like me, you just have to rely on people like you there, Groovehagen, that are going to be interacting very consistently, because otherwise there's no chance at all of even growing anymore. So, which I mean, it's like it does give you an incentive to produce good content, but at the same time it just makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh, hello there, GG Craft. Welcome back to the stream. I believe you've been here before, right? Well, welcome, welcome. I was just talking with Groovehagen about some of the changes that they made to the chest system. Anyway, this should give me a butt ton of XP right here. No, this one? There we go. Okay, we repaired that one completely. Looks like we want to move that one up, and we'll just put this in our main hand. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I need it to lock these and start training this first section here. Okay, well, let's let that go for a little bit. Yeah, anyway, the Lino chest, like I had read into it a bit more, and it seems like that there were people that were trying to farm Lino. And that's why they made the changes that they did to the chest, so. I did, yep, that was basically an instantaneous all the way up to level 80 right there. So that shows you how good this XP farm is though, right? I mean, just jumping all the way up to level 80, repairing a couple of tools, like, it also repaired all my armor as well, instantly. And just so you guys know, I actually cleared all this stuff out and started it over again. So these ones are actually going to be double the experience all the way down on both sides now. And that one's already made a pretty good distance. Oh, levels can go up a long time. I've seen people with like, so I've probably mentioned Nembomb before on stream, and Nembomb, they had this Guardian farm on the Psycraft server that produced crazy amounts of Guardians. And so he was hitting like 1,000 levels pretty quickly, which was just absolutely insane. Like I honestly don't know what you would do with that many levels at that point, because there's nothing that costs that much. But yeah, so you can, I don't know the cap, but I think it's probably up over 1,000 pretty easy. Okay, so we need to go out one more. I'm just getting a storage system set up here. Open all the chests. Oh, you want me to open all the furnaces right now? Oh, I opened 4. So I opened 4, got 80 levels, repaired a couple of tools, and all my armor. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna open all of them though, because it does take them a while to burn that much of the cactus. Although I do believe that the cactus farm is actually a little bit ahead. So yeah, you can see that there's cactus backed up, so it's actually the bamboo that's slowing it down at the moment. But the bamboo also is caught up at other times, and so there's all kinds of extra bamboo that I have for scaffolding now. I don't know if it's exactly even. Oh, when will the chest be? Oh, we were trying to save all the way up to open it at 100 lino. So, the more that you talk in the chat though, GGCraft, then that's going to make it generate lino faster. How many furnaces are there? We have 52 in the 2 arrays, with another 8 that I have burning netherrack and stone. So that's a total of like 60. And I'm actually thinking about making another larger furnace array just to do stuff really fast. Yeah, so GGCraft, I don't know if you know the new changes that they did, but like originally you could get lino just by watching the streams, right? But then they changed it to the chest, and the chest only generates lino depending on audience interaction. So like even if you just put a GIF or something in the chat every so often, then that helps. Yes, 4 of them gave me 80 levels. But the thing is that levels are also, they're not the same. So the first 20 levels are a lot easier to get than later levels, I believe. I don't know, actually I'm not super sure on that. I'll have to look into that, but I'm pretty sure that it does get harder to get levels the higher up you go. Like that it takes more experience or whatever. Okay, I guess I should have left myself a little way out of here. Okay, let's go drop this stuff off and... Oh, did GGCraft head out? After I told him that I wasn't going to open it for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure if he is still here or not. Oh, that's unfortunate that people are just waiting for you to open the chest. I mean, that's going to make it take longer, like if I do have people just hop in and not really watch and leave again. Although one thing you can do... Oh, you are here? Okay. Yeah, it looks like on my thing that there's only 3 people and it was at 4, but... Well, I'm glad that you're still here. Yeah, because it really does make a big difference just having people here to help generate all that stuff. We had, I don't know, probably 45 of the... I don't think Jen left, he left. Jen as in... I don't think he left. Okay, yeah, I got you there, Groovhagen. Anyway, well thank you for still being here, GGCraft. I guess it's just that my stream is not showing very well that you're actually here. But yeah, like the 45 of those chest things I think were actually when we had, it was when Ductendo was there, so it was Groovhagen and Ductendo. And... Oh, your son hit your phone while you were writing. Okay. So you're having problems with your son on your lap as well. Just before you got here, GGCraft, I had my son on my lap and he started bouncing up and down super consistently, like right on my bladder. And so I had to take a break because it was like... It's like if you don't have to pee, that's one of the fastest ways to then need to pee, I guess. By having a little kid jump up on your lap over and over again, you know. my wife, where she's like, she's almost 8 months pregnant now. Or no, actually she's, how many weeks is she? She'd be 40 at the first week of June, or July, I mean. She actually might be over 8 months. Anyway. So the baby, though, like, is getting to where it's big and, like, pushing down on her bladder and stuff. But he's also, like, so he's got his head down, finally, right? So he's starting to get into the right position and everything. Dancing to Let It Go from Disney on top of me. Oh boy, there, Groove-Hagen. Anyway, yeah, so he's in there like pushing around and stuff, and he's basically got his head pointed right into her bladder or whatever, so when he decides to really push, then it really puts a lot of pressure on her, right? And then you also get like the weird, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, I am 24, about to turn 25 here in just a couple of weeks, GG Craft. And I have the one son that is almost 2 that I'm watching right now, and then my wife is pregnant with her second that's gonna be, yeah, due here in a little bit. Anyway, the first week of July is what it's looking like for the due date. Anyway, but yeah, it's weird seeing the baby inside of, like, once the baby's getting big and everything, because then when they like push on the skin and stuff, then you can actually almost make stuff out. And it does almost look a little bit like alien or something inside the stomach there, right? Like, it's kind of weird, like, I don't know. Oh, you're 14? Well, you know, I'm pretty sure that I started Minecraft around that age, so. It's kind of weird when you get those, I don't know, like, especially after you hit into your 20s and start having kids, then you even get the impression that even like some of the college age people are like still kids and stuff, I guess. Just because then they're like, I don't know, you get kind of a different perspective when you start having kids. Anyway. So I'm going to be building a store system. I think I might decorate it differently because I don't want to have just this one color. It's really, really boring. But I'm just going to get things in place, and then we'll see where everything lines up, and then decide what exactly to do. And it might even be that I just put down some carpet and like maybe change up above the chests or something, you know, like on the roof or something, but no, it's not. I do not think that kids suck. GG Craft. I'm sorry about Groove-Hagen in the chat there. No, it's not that kids suck, but it is like a maturity difference. I guess, like, for me, when I have been going to like different classes and stuff, because I am still currently in college, then occasionally you get like to where you're with someone that's almost the same age as you, but they're like totally in a different mindset of that they're just gonna go do drugs and party and, you know, do that with their free time kind of stuff, or they're just talking about like hooking up, or I don't know, there's a lot of different stuff. But once you start having kids and you know, you kind of have to take on the responsibility of actually being a parent, you know, so it's like you're actually having to provide for another human being at this point. And so the priorities are very, very different, right? It's not about having fun anymore or anything like that. No, the kind of stuff that I did when I was 14, though, I definitely had a lot of fun. I don't know, some people thought I was kind of weird, but I really enjoy building things, and so the year is actually the summer that I turned 15. So I started it when I was 14 and turned 15 over the summer, but yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you want to have fun, then before kids it is a lot easier. Groovhagen is right about that. And it, like, don't get me wrong, it's fun having kids, but it's a different kind of, more exhausting fun. Like, it's not like you're going to be able to stay up late or anything anymore and not feel it the next morning. Oh, you know what? Okay, so these are at... on the front, right? Or no? Or on the back? They're on the back. So what I need to do is just actually make a couple of... entrances somewhere like in here. Anyway, what was I talking about now? Kids. Oh boy. I don't know. So like, I enjoy being a parent, don't get me wrong with that at all. But like, I mean, after you have kids and you hardly get any sleep anymore, the sleep that you get is not as good. Like, I do not wake up after sleeping in the night and feel totally rested, like I'm ready to just go hit it hard the next day. So, anyway, it's still good though. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm just trying to decide how to do this, because I want to leave this back so it's got that little bit of an overhang. But maybe I'll just actually pull this all the way back. Let's go ahead and get rid of these though at the moment. Oh, just a second.
Did you just pick yourself?
Oh my. Sorry about that. I don't know if that was super loud or anything for you guys, but no, my son was playing with he was playing with some, what are they called? They're like the stretchy bracelet thingies. It's not like a rubber band, but like the actual bracelet thingies. I don't know if there's another word for them that's more specific or not, but anyway, I think he might have accidentally yanked on it and got himself in the face, like, so he stretched it and then hit himself with it. Anyway, which is unfortunate, but it's one of those things where he's just learning, you know, so, I mean, he's young, he's only 2. So he's still figuring stuff out. Anyway. Okay, so I think a couple entrances like this is what I want to do. Let's go ahead and pull this all the way over. So already I'm going to have to move this nether portal. Or just leave a little bit in front here or something. Yeah, it's amazing what kids do. Like, I've had... yeah, trying. And you're there just trying to keep them alive, right? No, at a certain point you're just wondering if you need to just let evolution take its course. If they're really stupid. I mean, I don't advocate letting kids kill themselves, but... no, I'm sure you guys have heard of the Darwin Awards, right? Anyway. No, Parker occasionally, like, he'll just go, like, I'll take him to the park or whatever, And he'll just like try and walk straight off of like a platform that's a couple of feet off the ground, and it's like, what in the heck are you thinking, child? Like, what is that? Okay, it lines up with the outer edge. So I'm just trying to evenly space these sea lanterns, because I'm going to have them lighting up everything. Okay, yes, the chests are still, I don't know, moving along a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna quite make it today. Like, I don't want to lead you on there, GG Craft, so it may not hit the 100 today, but we're trying to get there. I'm not like PewDiePie, so I can't just generate thousands in like just a couple of minutes. I don't know, that would be crazy if you did get to that point though. Like, I don't know, that's kind of mind-blowing to think that that even can happen, you know? Okay, that's good enough. Let's go sleep real fast so that it's good lighting for you guys. Okay, and should I just incorporate the furnaces around the storage system, but then not have them actually... I just had an interesting idea, because you could do something that... Oh, well, thank you for having that intention to donate it back. I'm sorry that it is so slow. Like, if I could get it faster, then... Yeah. Anyway, though, if you keep on commenting in the stream, like even just adding like a stick or something, if you don't know what to say, then that... Good guy GG is a good guy. Yep, that's definitely true. Anyway. Do I not have... Sorry, I'm trying to see if I have more chests, because I thought I had a bunch of random chests somewhere. At least make some. No, yeah, it's just totally based on audience interaction, so the faster that you guys chat, then the faster that it actually generates stuff. Should we do more green carpet? I think this is actually one of those times where green carpet would look very nice. So let's put some of this stuff away for the moment. Here's Ricardo. Oh no. I've been Ricardo rolled. Where are you guys finding these different gifts? Because I know like PewDiePie, then he had his own gift stuff, but I don't know how you're getting all the other random stickers and gifts. But I guess I haven't looked a ton though. Like I've watched a few streams, but I tend to chat more. Okay, let's see. So as far as this is concerned, we'll probably make it deep this way, right? Because it's going to be pretty sizable if we do this. Hopefully I have enough chests just to kind of figure out the floor layout here, and then we'll get things figured out a little bit more. You're really putting a lot of stickers in there, thank you. Yeah, it should make it start ticking up a lot faster. Oh, do I have a trader guy here? What's he got? Let's See if he has anything good on him. White die. What are you doing, bud? Oh, no way. Okay. I have to go grab something from Parker real fast. Sit down in your chair, bud. You need to sit down in your chair. Sorry about that. Parker was literally eating a full package of graham crackers, but instead of pulling out one cracker at a time, he was just chewing on the end. So it was just like he's like sawing through like 4 graham crackers with his teeth. Crazy little guy. Anyway. How do I do these ends? I guess I probably want to go this way, right? Oh no, no, you've got all the women gifts going too. Good thing my wife is not seeing the chat. She's at work right now. I don't think my wife would appreciate that, but I mean, it is a little bit funny, so. Oh, I need to go get some more chests going, it looks like. And let's just add in one of these in real fast. So I think what I'll do in the corners is just have like some little furnace arrays or something else. And then of course we kind of have to just cover this over. You actually hate animes? For me, I guess it depends on the anime. Like, growing up with like Saturday morning cartoons, I really liked watching like Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, we didn't get Pokemon, but I would have watched Pokemon for sure if we'd actually got it on any of our TV channels. And then of course there's what was the other one that I was thinking of? Oh, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was awesome, but I hated the pacing of that because of how long, like, they'd seriously have like 5 episodes just to get set up for a fight. And then the fight itself would go from like multiple episodes, and so you're just like, it took forever to actually get through the entire fight in that game. Or in that, well, in the show. As well as the games too, but the games are actually really fun. Let's just make a bunch of chests. We have a tree farm that I got set up a little while ago, so I have plenty of wood available now. And I will be making these all like 5 chests high or whatever, right? Like going to pretty high height. But for the moment I'm just going to be trying to get everything sorted out on items. You hate anime, but you've seen every Marvel movie. Well, that's more of a comic though, right? Not quite anime. I feel like anime is just the Japanese, like the really gigantic eyes and accentuated hair and other features that they accentuate anyway. What are you into then, GG Craft? Dragon Ball building in Tokyo and bought the Dragon Balls. I didn't know that they sold Dragon Balls. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. I really need to get a better sense of humor. Anyway. So are you into Star Trek or something then, GG Craft? Or are you into just normal TV shows? So you take a manga to cinema. Yeah, so there you go. And manga is Japanese comics, right? Whoa. That was a really weird little... Did the traitor go into the nether? I wonder if he's going to be trapped there forever. Oh boy. Anyway. You're very into Star Trek. So which is your favorite one? Because I mean, I feel like Star Trek was one of those things that I saw too late in my life. But now that I've seen it, like I really enjoyed it. And I don't know, like some people get on Star Trek, but it's actually a pretty dang intelligent show. There you go, Japanese comics. Next Generation. That's my favorite as well, Jean-Luc Picard. He does such an excellent job. Like I've seen the originals with Captain Kirk. What's his name? It's not as good though. Like it's... I don't know, the original ones, like if you've seen those, then Captain Kirk is much more like... I don't know, it's like with the captains. One thing to understand about the starship captains is that their first love is supposed to be the ship. And with Jean-Luc Picard, they nail that perfectly, that he puts the ship above all else. So there is a couple of times where he has a love interest or whatever, but it's never like super serious or long-lasting or... But with Captain Kirk, it seemed like every single episode then he had like some kind of love interest, and just like, holy cow, hold on here, you know. It's the name of your Wi-Fi signal is the Next Generation. For Jean-Luc Picard. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, anyway, they're very well made though. Like, if you have Amazon Prime, I'm pretty sure that they have all of Next Generation and the original series on Amazon Prime if you want to just go and just gorge yourself on all of the Star Trek movies. Just for the lol. I've known quite a few people that do like FBI van or something for their Wi-Fi signal. That always gives me a laugh too, is like when they do those stupid other names like that, right? Okay, actually this is gonna get moved. And I think what I'll do is I'll just put an ender chest on one end and the crafting table on the other. And to make them all reasonable to reach, and I'll just do that. We'll just kind of have it kind of go around like a little bit of a circle here, right? And then as far as the inside area, I guess we could do more carpet. used to call Martin Router King. Instead of Martin Luther King, Martin Router King. That's an interesting name for a router. The next stream, probably tomorrow around, I've been trying to start them like kind of like weekdays around 11 a.m. my time, which it's almost 3 my time. So I don't know what that means for you and exactly that's gonna be. But if you kind of do the math, then you can figure that out. So about, was that almost 4 hours ago for me now that I started? I don't know, I've been trying to start around there, not super consistent, but usually then you can tell, and it should also tell you, like if you turn on to notify you, then it will just let you know as soon as I get on. And I have been trying to do a little bit of a schedule though with it. I guess I'll just put these in for the time being just so it's covered over until we can get some chests in here. Well, thank you for being consistent about getting the notifications there, Groovhagen. Looks like we might even have someone else watching right now. Welcome, whoever you are. Just getting a little bit of a new storage system set up because this one's turned into a mess. Oh, you're going to sleep, Groovhagen? You said you're in Sweden, right? So it's already almost like, what, 11 p.m. there or something? Ooh, I need to make a few more item frames while I'm here. I'm trying to think how many I need, but I should need quite a few. Okay, we'll see you soon, Groovhagen. That's been one of the things about the stream, is just even having like random people from like Sweden and stuff watching, right? Definitely gives you a chance to talk about some interesting things. Holy cow, Parker, he is enjoying his yogurt way too much. I don't know if you can hear him yelling nummy. Okay, I need to get... How many was that? Like 8 stacks of bamboo was not enough. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go ahead and turn these into sticks and we'll make a few more. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, GG Craft. I don't know what time it is for you, but yeah, so I usually start about 4 hours ago, whatever hour it is on your time. And I've been trying to go for a while just to make sure that people have a chance to see the stream, so. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, make sure you get some sleep. Anyway, I'll see you next time, or next time you're in stream, I guess. Is it gonna allow me to place the item frame with the chest? Good. Oh, 2 a.m. for you? Holy cow, are you over in the UK as well or something? Oh boy. Yeah, you better get to bed. Oops. Oh, how did the item frame get put on the inside there? I might have to do a little bit more of a design in the carpet because I get bored of having just one solid color for the carpet. In Georgia? And by Georgia you mean the country Georgia over in the, like, Eastern Europe, right? It would have to be that country, right? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard much about Georgia even, but I'm pretty sure I've at least heard of it. Yeah, the country. Yeah, because here in the US we have the state of Georgia, but it would not be 2 a.m. there, so. Okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to finish up the storage system here. Looks like I missed a few item frames. I guess I better give it the Passover again. What I'm going to do is I usually do a couple of different sections. So one will be like stone and dirt kind of stuff. Then you'll have wood and organics, and then like mob drops, and then the smaller area here. Then it's going to be something like gold, iron, diamonds, like this stuff that's a little bit more rare. And we'll see how well that all sorts out. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the stream there, GG Craft. I will see you later. Hopefully it'd be like, what, 10 p.m. for you maybe? Ish. Anyway. Yeah, so I'll see you next time, I hope. Anyway, thanks for being here. Next time I should hopefully open the chest if we get all the way up to 100. Okay, well, not sure if there is another person here still or not. If you are, thanks for sticking around. I wish that it would tell me a little more consistently, but I've had a few issues with it being a little bit hard to tell if people are here or not in my streams. Okay, so as far as mob drops, we have blaze rods. That's one thing to start getting. More monster drops. We have phantom membranes. Oh, not iron nuggets. I thought that was a gas tier for a moment. Bone, spider eye, string, gunpowder. Do we have some arrows somewhere? We've got to have some arrows somewhere, right? Yeah, there's some arrows, more bones. More gunpowder, diamonds, we'll put it in a little bit later. Okay, we have a lot of string in the storage system that's going to be saved. So now, the more rare monster drops I'll probably put in these chests here. It's like that, the phantom membranes, even spider eyes, because you really don't get a lot of spider eyes compared to the rest of the stuff that you get. And then across the way is where we'll do like the arrows, gunpowder. This is stuff that you get on a much larger scale, right? Bones. String. How did we miss rotten flesh? We'll have a lot of rotten flesh. Some of the other random things like a nautilus shell I'll probably throw in there. I guess we might as well grab the gold and some diamonds and start getting that sorted out as well. Emeralds. Oh, there's some rotten flesh. And then prismarine crystals, we'll go ahead and get that figured out as well a little bit for the prismarine stuff. Feathers, leather, mutton, fish. Okay, well looks like that was everyone, so maybe I'll just go ahead and stop streaming. because I can do this all off stream. This is going on almost 4 hours now for a stream, so it's got a good amount that it's been going on. Anyway, so I'll get this stuff sorted out. We'll get some of the other things figured out, like the whole gas tiers, more prismarine, magma. Yeah, so we have a few things that we're going to be grabbing here. You know what, that actually means that spider eyes are not quite as common, and neither are those. So let's go ahead and we'll move the magma cream over here, and gas tiers over as well. Oops, I can go back in. Anyway, so yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream there. I'm just going to keep on sorting stuff out for the time being. Actually, you know what, I should put the spider eyes there. Okay, well, anyway, if you want to see anything else that you missed in the stream, you can go ahead and go over to YouTube. I've been backing stuff up over there. As well, any other random stuff that you want to see, just let me know in the chat. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream there. But thanks everyone for stopping by that did stop by. I definitely enjoy having like company here in the stream, right? So anyway, thanks for being here, and I will see you guys next time.